Today's little adventure, we're looking at the Keepsake Hallmark Dream Book of 2026. Okay, so for those of you who may not know this, because not everybody knows this, Hallmark has been making ornaments for over 50 years now. I can't remember the exact year number, but it's been over 50 years, okay? And I didn't start, I got ornaments when I was younger, when I was in the 80s, some in the 90s, and the 2000s. I didn't start becoming a true Hallmark ornament collector until my kids were born. Like we would get an ornament for, once a year sometimes, not always when I was little. I got a couple ornaments when I was in college, just little things that I liked that really remind me of stuff. But when my kids were born, I was like, I started a series of ornaments, and they're keepsake ornaments. I'm very particular. I will buy other ornaments if they match a theme that I'm going with, but I prefer keepsake ornaments, and so does my youngest son prefers them too, because quality is pretty good. It changes from year to year, but that's with every product nowadays. Anyway, so some years I have done the Dream Book on my channel, and today I decided to do it again. So this is the cover. It's not the most exciting cover. They've had more exciting ones before, but this is one of a new series of Santa ornaments. It's made of porcelain. I love Santa, but I'm not a big fan of porcelain ornaments because I break things very easily. Even though I pack them away nicely, still get broken. That's okay. Anyway, it's got a really cool red tree kind of vibe. I think he's trying to make the Santa pop. And he does. He stands out really well. That's the front. Here's the back. Tells you the ornament premieres July 11th through 19th. And then the ornament debut is October 10th through 18th. So July 11th through 19th is when the ornaments first come out that are for the holiday season. They do have yearly ornaments that come out in January. So those are already in the stores if you want them. Those are like, married, engagements, mom, graduation, new driver, stuff like that, and baby. Okay, so we got that. And they also make personal ornaments. I've never made one of those, but they have personal ornaments on their channel, or on their website, I should say, not channel, because I'm thinking the wrong thing. Okay, so let's open the first book. First page. All right. Magical Little World. If you could imagine your own magical little world this Christmas, what would it look like? Maybe you're baking or decorating or simply dreaming about the ornaments that will hang on your Christmas tree and the loved ones you'll share them with. Isn't it a little slice of heaven to picture it all just as you'd create it? If you're anything like us, you know it won't be perfect and you want it to be. Because there is joy in every imperfect tree filled with ornaments that tell you stories. There's Mary in every messy pile of wrap and ribbons, and there are memories you wouldn't trade for anything. These memories are our greatest gifts. They're what keepsake ornaments are all about. So as you explore the magical little worlds in the year's dream book, that's what we hope you'll find. Ornaments that make you reminisce, surprise you with reminders of favorite times, delight the little ones in your life, and celebrate all the people and moments that matter most. That's where you'll find your little slice of heaven. So if you're an ornament collector, you love ornaments, you love Christmas, I think these are great to look at. Okay, so there's some options they have. They have a snowflake, they have a Santa, which I love Santa, but he's also porcelain, so I'm not going to be grabbing him. And of course, we have Charlie Brown, and we have this little happy critter. I think I forget the series. You have Naughty and Nice Gnomes. You have R2-D2 with some Christmas lights around him. Okay, so you have Art and Artists the first section. Christmas Wonders is the second section. Meaningful Moments is the third section. Hobbies and Interests is the fourth section. Small Wonders is the fifth section. Kids at Heart is the sixth section. Fan Favorites is the seventh section. And Tricks and Treats is the eighth section. And of course, we all know that I love Halloween, so that's going to be one of my favorites, is Tricks and Treats. Okay. Just a little bit for you guys. Okay, so this series here is Father Christmas. And they have a Caucasian Father Christmas and a Black Father Christmas. And this is the... Let's see, what year is this in? 23rd year they've been doing Father Christmas, okay? And then they have a reindeer. I don't know when they started doing the reindeer. They didn't do it when they first started it out, because I actually got the original one, and I didn't keep on collecting them. I just wasn't really that engrossed in it. But they didn't have the reindeer until later on. Okay, and so we have the one on the cover that we saw, and that's the first in this series. So it's called Stunning Santas. He's porcelain, and I am not a fan of porcelain, which I've told you that. Okay, so porcelain and 14 karat gold. All right, so they have a Nutcracker series, which is this guy here. And this Nutcracker is a gnome, obviously. I love the mushroom. So he's pretty cool. I'm not going to be buying him, though, because I don't buy Nutcrackers unless my kids want them or it's a holiday Nutcracker. I'm all about holiday Nutcrackers because y'all know that I love holidays. All holidays, not just Christmas, not just Halloween, not just St. Patrick's Day, all holidays. And they have this little, this Young Santa series, which is cute, but I never started that one because I need the Santa with the beard. Like this Santa right here, that's the Santa I like on my tree. Okay. So this is also the Toy Maker Santa. This is a 27th one in the series. So when it says 27, this means it's been going on for 27 years. Very long. Young Santa's is only the 5th year it's in. Nutcrackers is 8 years. So it's 8th in the series. Okay. So we got these guys again. And it's a little hard to tell with my camera. So we're going to try to make it so you guys can see it a little better, I hope. I apologize if it's a little glaring. Okay. So we have the Holiday, 22nd in the series, which I like this one, except for I thought it had Santa on the sleigh. No, it is a snowman driving the sleigh. So I was going to get it until I saw it was a snowman and not Santa. It's very adorable. If you like snowman and you like the, Santa's sleigh, then this would be great for you. You got this one, which is called Snow Buddies. So they always have a snowman and a little animal, and I like it's a cow. That is pretty cool. So if you have any 4-H'ers or FFA kids in your family, this might be one that they enjoy, or someone who showed a cow at the county fair or the state fair. That I'm sure that they would love this. Okay, and then they have the Sweet Decade, and so this is one where they have the gumdrop numbers for the year, and then they have little snowman. So this one's really cute. So it's 2026, and then you've got Welcome Wreath, which is 19th in the Making Memories series. It's just snowman is what it is. I don't really pay attention to these series very much because I don't buy them. Like, periodically we've bought a couple of them individually, but I have not been buying the series. Okay, and then we have the Sandal the Sandman, which this is it's the 5th year, and it's the final one in the series, and I'm disappointed, not in this actual ornament, but in this series, because I started the series 5 years ago because they said that there would be a flamingo. And we all know I love flamingos. And I also bought it because I have a Christmas in July tree, which is just flamingos and beach-oriented ornaments. And so it goes with that. But I'm very disappointed because they never did a flamingo. And I think the artist planned to have the series go longer, but they never did a flamingo. And so, yes, the ornaments will go on my tree because they are beach-related and it's a sandman, snowman, but I personally am disappointed there was no flamingo. Anyway, but it's got a cute little turtle, and it's a little shell tree, so that's cool. And they have the Holiday Parade, which this is the 8th one in the series. Now, I bought my great nephew one of these a couple years ago for his first birthday because he had a rock and roll birthday theme, and they had like a band truck that they were carrying stuff in. So I bought him that, but. Like I said, some of these, I just buy them because they match what I'm going with. So say number B, the Snow Buddies had a chicken. We all know I would buy it. Or it had a flamingo. You know I would buy it. Okay, on to the next page. The Gift Givers. So this is the 26th in the series. And then we've got the Tree Delivery Frosty Friends. That's been going on for, I don't know how many years. I think that's a special edition one. And then Frosty, so Frosty Friends has been going on for 47 years, and so this is a special edition Frosty Friends is this one right here, with the little, I don't know if I think it's a snowmobile maybe? So this sled one's pretty cute. Okay, so this one here, this one is Dancer, and so last year they had Prancer, so this is the second one in the series, and these are just the 8 reindeer. So I have a Santa tree, which I didn't get last year's Dancer because I didn't have a chance, or Prancer, but they're bringing him back this year, so I'm definitely going to be grabbing him this year, and I'm going to put Dancer on my list, because I thought I'd add him to my list. I had not, and I just never ended up getting him, but that's okay. So let's see. The Gnome for Christmas. This is 6th in the series. These are very cute, naughty and nice. So those guys are fun. Then you have North Pole Tree Trimmers. This is the 14th one in the series. Sometimes it's hard to remember how old these are, because I've been seeing them for a while. Okay, and then Tony's Toys. This is 2nd in the series, and so shop attaches to a light string. So what this is, it's a little shop, a little Elfville series, and then they have a little shop and a little elf that goes with it. All right, and then we have Tilly, Welcome to Elfville, and that's a limited quantity. So that's going to be going, I think it's going to be going with this one, like these, because they're minis. So the characters are minis. So this one, so if you're wanting to collect these little Elfville series, then you're going to want to get this one in your collection as a mini, because it goes with it. So that's pretty cool. And then you've got Clove's Favorite Cookie right here. And Clove's goes with the Gnome for Christmas series. So they don't do that every year, but sometimes, and these are limited quantities. So this means on the day that the ornament debut and the premiere and the debut start, these will be limited quantity. So you want to get there as soon as you can. if these are what you're looking for. Okay. Go on to our next page. Okay. So this is, again, still in the series we're doing, Cookie Cutter Christmas. They don't always have 2 a year, but, you know, this one, they got, and I've bought a couple of these. They had a holiday series one where they had one each month for each holiday. That was really cool. I have those. I bought, I think, another Christmas one, but I don't buy a lot of the Christmas ones. But if you're a baker and you have like a cookie tree, or you have a tree, some people like trees in their kitchens, this would be great because cookie cutters. This has been going on for 15 years. You've got the Cookie Cutter Christmas one, and then you've got the Cookie Cutter Christmas 15th Anniversary Special. So 15 years is their special one. And it reminds me of one that they've done before, because the look looks the same where it was on a little sled, but I think the design's a little bit different. Okay, Mischievous Kittens have been going on for 28 years. This one's trying to get water out of the fountain. This is a Golden Retriever, which is a puppy love series, and this has been going on for 36 years. And this little guy's got a little duck. It's so cute. And then Cute as a Button has been going on for 4 years. These are, I think they're gerbils or hamsters, maybe hamsters. I'm not for sure which. Hamsters are gerbils, but they're really cute, and they always have buttons. And then you have the Seasons Treatings, which is 18th in the series. And this one I like because it's a little nutcracker. Not sure we're going to get it, but I think it's adorable. Cup of Cozy has been going on for 3 years. And this is porcelain, which I don't buy. So that's got the, it's got the cup and then some kind of cookie related with it, which is really fun. So it's a Christmas tree with the bird on top. And then you have the Cupcake Series, 17th, Ho Ho Holiday Sweetness. They had a cupcake series monthly one that came out. Oh, I don't know. It's been a long time now. Probably like 2014, 2015 kind of time period. And I have all of those. And I use them for my holiday trees. Okay. Now we've got the Cozy Critters. This is the 10th in the series. Now this, last year and the years before, there's a new artist who took over the series. And so he's very particular. I read a little article about him. And it actually talks about him right here. It says, I do a lot of research to determine which birds will fit into the world Nina Obey, which is the one who retired. She created for so many years. I want to provide fans with the excellence they've come to expect from Cozy Critter series. I'm enjoying the challenge of learning about birds and how amazing they are. So this one I like because the face is so cute. And it looks like the scarf is kind of blowing in the wind. So that's a cute one. And then we've got a which color you get a Cozy Critter surprise. So, but this one was actually by Nina. So this, I think, probably was one of the last ones that she did. So, okay. And then you've got the Holiday Lighthouse. Been going on for 15 years. I think that one has I don't know if it has a Santa in it or a snowman. That one just stays lit up. Then you have the Arts and Crafts Bungalow. So 43rd in the Nostalgic Houses. Stocking Stuffers, 6 years. I've been doing this one for the last 6 years. I like stockings. And so I love, last year I think it was a Nutcracker, but I can't 100% remember. This one's toys, so I love that. And I got the little snowman on it. And then Pony for Christmas. This one, The Wheels Turn. This is 29th in the series. And then the Rocking Horse Memories. That's 7th in the series. So I don't get those. Those aren't my thing. Okay. Okay, so right now you can get, I believe, this one, this butterfly you can get right now. And then this one you can get right now. So, okay. So we've got the Brilliant Butterflies, 10th in the series. The Brilliant Butterflies. Oh, this is, okay, so this one's a 10th anniversary one, and this one's 10th in the series. Okay. And then you've got the Black-billed Magpie, 22nd in the Beauty of Birds series. And then limited quantity, the Ghost Magpie. So they do that a lot. Well, they'll have the same, they'll have like the male and the female bird, or they'll have a different version of the birds, or different, so that's pretty cool. Okay. So then you've got the Crocus Fairy, 22nd in the Fairy Messenger series. And I have a few of these. I don't get every single one of them. I pick the flowers I want. Like I've got a daffodil one. I've got a sunflower one. I've got a hibiscus. I like the flowers and I pick the flowers. Okay. And then we got the Mythical Mermaids, 4th in the series. I do like to get these to go with my Christmas in July flamingo tree. So sometimes I'll get them after the holidays because sometimes they're still available. I just kind of see, there are certain ornaments where I'll look at them and I'll be like, okay, have they been gone yet? Are they really popular? And some are and some aren't. Okay. Christmas commemorative bulb, 14th in the series. So that one's just, pretty. And then I'm not a big fan of just bulbs on my tree, but plenty of people are. And so it's nice to have one that might fit your tree if you like bulbs. Okay. And then we've got these paper, what do they call them? Wooden paper ornaments. Okay, they've been doing these last couple of years. So you've got the Nutcracker one. This is if you pull the string, the ballerina twirls to dance on the Sugar Plum Fairy. I think it looks really cool. I probably won't be getting it because it's a little pricey for me, but I think it'll be cool to see. A French hen, 3 French hens from 12 Days of Christmas. I've actually been buying these after Christmas just because they're a little pricey for me, but I might get this one early because it's hens. So we'll see. And then we've got the Dumbo one. So it says, turn the crank to see Dumbo being rocked back and forth. So the crank's probably right there. And then we've got the, what's this one? Lifting Their Voices. Plays Go Tell It on the Mountain. So the last couple of years, they've had ones that light up. They've had ones that played music. So I think it's fun. They have movement. I like the idea and the concept of these. And I bought one. They did a Nightmare Before Christmas one that I bought my niece for her wedding because she really likes Nightmare Before Christmas. And it had Jack and Sally on it a couple years ago. So I like buying stuff like that. This just talks about the Keepsake artists. So if you need a little view, here's what some of them, the Keepsake artists look like. I can get a better version. Okay, here's a group picture of them. And here's that page. Okay, and then I've already have a video where you can see this, the dream box. So if you want, that's on my channel. All right, now chapter 2, Christmas Wonder. Okay, so this is a new one. These are non-series ones. So lights up and rotates the story, A Visit from St. Nicholas. I like the idea of it. I won't be buying it, but I think it's cool. I want to look at it though. Okay, and then we have the Elf Security Peek Buster. Lights up and plays motion activated warnings not to peek. So if you have a kid who wants to look around, this is an ornament for you to get. Toy Soldier. Drums to Little Drummer Boy. Very cute. Just Chillin'. And it lights up and plays Winter Wonderland. That's kind of fun. So it's an ice machine with a snowman in it. And then you have Snowball Fight. Plays Russian Dance from the Nutcracker. Ooh, I like the ones that play music. I'm a big music fan. So, all right. So now we've got, all right, so we've got this one where Santa's riding a lion, and it's pull the string. So pull the string to move the lion's legs. And then we have the vintage Santa, but he's porcelain, and I just won't buy him. And then we got the Nifty's 50s. I've got one of these that has Mr. or Mrs. Claus. And these are cool though. I like them. I don't collect them. And these are what we call a non-series ornament. So that just means that they make them, but it's not considered a series. So that way, if they stop making them, then it just happens. So some of those non-series series happen for about 3 years, and then they stop. So they did a Cryptid one like that. They did a Saints one like that. So it's one of those things where what it is that Hallmark will be like, oh, we have this cool idea. We've got a couple ornaments to go for it. And sometimes they'll keep doing, like for the Nifty 50s, that's been going on for a few years now. I don't know, maybe 5 at least. And people like them. They buy them because it reminds them, I mean, literally, it looks like an ornament from the 1950s, especially with the box and everything. So that's kind of the theme of it. And it's really cool and it's cute and I love it. But I only buy a couple. So I don't buy one every year. My youngest son does like it because of the snowman, and my oldest son likes snowman. So that's probably one that we will end up buying. Okay. So now we got some birds. All right. So Nature's Sketchbook. Those are always really cool. It's got a blue jay. It looks like it has a male and female blue jay. And then you've got this bird that continuously lights up. It is, let's see, Christmas Cardinal. Okay. You have the Snowflake for 2026. And that Snowflake is one they've been doing for a non-series ornament, non-series series ornament too for last couple years. Okay. And we've got the Snowball Fun with the penguins. And you got the Perfect Tree with some penguins. And then you've got the Gorgeous Gingerbread House, and then a Birch Reindeer. So there's been a series, the non-series series with birch animals. So this has been going around. So there's a lot of things where they do them, and you just, they're not considered a series, but they are. All right. So we got the Grinch. Okay. So we have the Welcome Christmas. So it's cool. It's a record player and plays music. That's kind of fun. You got the Grinch sleigh on the way, and then Max the reindeer dog. So that's kind of cool. If you're a big Grinch fan. Okay, so they've been doing these, what do they call them? Marquee ornaments the last couple of years. They've got a Star Wars one. I forget what last year's was. But this one, okay, so The Wonderful Life, it's their 80th anniversary. So it's a marquee one. So you have, I believe it's a, it has a power cord that lights it up. So that's kind of cool. All right, then we've got the Christmas Story. The Parker House, you can attach to a light string. Okay. Then of course, it's a major award. So you've got the leg lamp, and that attached to a tree. And then you've got one of my favorite characters, the Snow Miser. So last year they had a Heat Miser one. So we've got that one, and my kids love those guys. So Snow Miser and Heat Miser. So I'm going to be getting something this year, and he lights up. And then we've got the Polar Express bell. They don't have it every year, but they have at least every other year. And then we got Elf, my buddy Elf there. And then we've got Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman. Jolly, jolly soul. Oh, and then you've got the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Now this one is a table topper, and so you put them on the spot and they talk, and the house lights up and plays a song. And then you've also got the cat under the tree, the 9 lives spent, lights up and plays sound effects from the film. And then you've got just Clark Griswold, and it just plays, Clark Griswold, and it just plays scenes from the movie. Okay. And these are kind of the funnier ones. Okay. So you have a Jolly Old Saint Prick, because it's a cactus. Arctic Blast, lights up and plays wisecracks. Interesting. Okay, and then we've got this Rudy Rain Doggy. And then we have the North Pole Comet. And then we have one of my favorites, because my sister loved hippos, is the Santa carrying a hippo in his sack, and it plays I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, which I'm super excited about, because I buy one of these to remember my sister by, because she loved this ornament and this song, or the ornaments that had hippos in the song. She passed away, been 10 years now, and so almost every year, if they have a new one, I will buy it. So I've got a lot of hippo ornaments. I am a little disappointed they don't have a Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer ornament this year. But I know they've kind of had to, with the tariffs and everything, and they don't have all the ornaments that you normally have. Okay, so these ones right now, Meaningful Moments, these are out right this moment. So you can buy them now. So we've got Best Love Story Ever, you got a wedding cake, you have engagement. So this is wedding, engagement. And then you have Mom, You Are So Many Amazing Things. You have Choose Your Charm. So this is which one is that one? The Our Anniversary. It doesn't tell me, I don't know if it comes with 125. I don't know if it has all the numbers or what it comes with. And then you have They're Playing Our Song, which is a record player. And then you have Our First Christmas Together. And you have Our Christmas Together since 2026. And that one's cute if you guys like hot cocoa. And then you have the Dragonfly Celebrating You ornament. And then it's got the pride colors on it. And then it also has the other, I don't remember, I'm sorry. It's got all the LGBTQ, like the main pride flag and the other stuff here. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Then we have the baby section. So you've got the grandbaby's first Christmas, baby's first Christmas. You have Already Rockin' Our World, my very first Christmas with a picture, baby's first Christmas with Winnie the Pooh, which I'm a big fan of. Our Little Miracle. You got baby's first Christmas, blue and pink penguins, and then just the Godchild ornament with an angel. And then you got the mom, dad, son, and daughter snowman ornaments, which I think we might be getting those this year because my kids like snowman. And then what I really wish, though, is I wish they had mom, dad, son, and daughter Christmas sweaters. That's what I really want. I want mom, dad, son, and daughter Christmas sweaters. They got the grandkids. I want mom and dad, son, and daughter Christmas. So I hope they come out with these next year. All right, we got sisters with the little gingerbread girls. Then we got the great-grandchildren with mugs, that's fun. Okay. And then we have photos. So we've got the grandkids photo, dad and me, a general photo of 2026, mom and me, and then we have the Joy of Christmas as family, which is looks like an ornament photo holder, which I buy one of these every year. I've been buying them since my son was born in 2005. I did not buy them before that, but I like them. All right. And then we have my first Christmas. And then In Our Hearts to Stay. So if you have any puppies or any cats or any animal really that's gone over the Rainbow Bridge, this is a great ornament for the keepsake for you just to remember your favorite pet over the holidays. And then you have the dog and cat photo holders. And so they have a contest every year for cat and dog. So people win them to get their cat and dog picture in there. And so this one, the precious pup is Chip. And then the pretty kitty is Luna. Okay. And then we've got the Serene Angel ornament and the Guidance ornament. And we have the Heirloom Angels, the cute Snow Angel, the Lupine, and you have God So Loved the World, He Gave His Only Forgotten Son. So Nativity little ornament, the Light of the World, which has to a light string. Let's see. God is Love ornament. And then you have the cool Go Tell It on the Mountain, which is a guitar. They do guitars every year, so that's really cool. And then Forever in Our Hearts. So little remembrance ornament. Now we got hobbies and interests. So obviously this one's I'm gonna be getting this one to go on my Christmas in July tree. You guys like pickleball, mahjong, I don't know how to pronounce it. You've got new driver, Pixar Didn't Happen, so like a vacation kind of thing. This is what they have this year for the 2026 graduation. I'm not a big fan of that one. I like it better when they have the numbers. A little beach bag. This is the beginning of the rest of the best journey yet. New home ornament, Scrabble ornament, beer stein, and then of course if you have a nurse in your family, they always have a great nurse ornament each year. Let's see what else we got. Then you've got sewing, the makings of Mary. I think it's supposed to be like the little food jars, like you put cookies and stuff in. And you got a book tree, you got camping, you got a fishing, golf, soccer, football, basketball, baseball. And then, of course, you got your sports guys. You have Joe Barrow, Chris Jones, Cameron Hayward, Armour Ray St. Brown, Bobby Witt Jr., and then Shohei Otani. I don't know how to pronounce the name, guys. Sorry. Then we have trains. All right, so we've got the A, B, and C they're separate, but they're all Western Coal Hopper, being an artistic state of Maine boxcar, the Conrail Bicentennial locomotive, and then they have the Bicentennial 1 locomotive here. So, and then we've got this lovely little Lionel Christmas Mountain, and that's kind of fun. And so I'm pretty sure the train goes like it goes 2 different trains, so that's pretty cool. And then we have cars, trains, and automobiles, well, vehicles. So we've got the Indian Chief motorcycle, the 1976 Ford Mustang Cobra, the 1968 Datsun 2000 Sport, the 1976 Chevrolet Chevelle, 2025 Dodge Charger, 1999 Nissan Skyline from Fast and the Furious, 2025 Ford F-150, 1993 Chevrolet, 1973 Dodge CO fire engine, Tonka State Highway Department dump truck, John Deere, and then a Crusader AJ4. So these are actually, some of these are in series. So they do have vehicle series. So a few of you might enjoy those. All right, now we're into the small wonders, which is the mini ornaments. Yay! I like mini ornaments. So we have the Holiday Helpers. That's the third in the series. Then we got the Frosty Little Friend. And then we have the Festive Fondue Cozy Little Critters miniature. And then the Sweet Treats little miniature guy. And then you have this little Better Together, which is cookies and milk in a plate. Mrs. Claus, which I'm going to be getting because I have very few Mrs. Claus ornaments. And this cute little Christmas kitty, which I'm actually excited about. Oh, and if you get your book, you can have a wish list, and you fill out this wish list, take it to your store, and then you can pick up your ornaments that way in case you already know what you want. Okay, and then we have the mini Frieza Fairy, the Pine Grosbeak Bird, the lovely little butterfly, little angel, petite angel, sweet little snow angels, 2026, just a little Snowy 2026 ornament, the little Peep ornament, and then a World Within ornament. I think those are cute. Okay, and now we still are in miniatures, but we have some Star Wars ones. So let's see. So this, okay, so to come on. So that's a tree topper, the little helmet is. And then you've got C and D. Okay. The Millennium Falcon and the X-Wing Starfighter. And then the Rebel Alliance is the tree skirt. And then you've got these little miniatures of the locomotives. You got the F-1972 Ford F-100 and the Looney Tunes Plymouth Superbird. I don't know what that's, Looney Tunes. Huh. All right, then we got some Snoopy. So you got a little mini Snoopy tree topper and a tree skirt. And then you've got the lunch pail and the mug that goes with it. And you get a little Snoopy and Woodstock ornament there. And then you have Disney gliding and sliding with, not Pluto. No, it's Pluto. Pluto and Mickey. And then you have the Avatar character. You got a Minion. And then you got a Barbie, lady carrying case Barbie. And these are still all miniatures. Okay. Now, Kids at Heart. So we've got the Disney Dumbo flying elephant, the Pixar Pal Around. Is that right? Yeah, it lights up. And then you've got the Prepare for Liftoff. So Disney soaring around. And then you've got the Pirates of the Caribbean ornaments. These are new this year. So the Hellman skeleton, the talking skull, and the treasure skeleton. And they're supposed to be either on the ride or like remnants of the ride. I've never actually been on the ride, so I don't know. All right. Oh, and there's a new holiday movie coming out this year that's Disney related, just for you guys who might be interested in that later this year. You have the Favorite Disney Memories, which is this right here. So it's a Mickey Mouse head red ball. You have the Jungle Rise, well, the Jingle Cruise. Huh. And then Cinderella Castle Christmas Tree Topper. So that's kind of fun. So if you have a Disney tree or a princess tree, mostly a princess tree, I think would be great with that. Okay. So we've also got the Jolly Gingerbread House. And this is all Disney stuff, just in case you didn't realize. The sledding season. So this is like a table topper. And then you've got Astronaut Mickey, A Year of Disney, Dashing All the Way Mickey, Minnie and her friend. Then you got Merry Christmas, so Minnie, Mickey kissing. You got Santa's Helper with Goofy. All right, now we're on to the other Disney things. Dreams Go Around Carousel. It plays, lights up, and spins to one of 3 classical Disney songs. So I'm assuming it's going to be a Cinderella song, Jasmine, and The Little Mermaid. If it's not, I'd be disappointed since there's 3 different characters. You would think they'd be songs from 3 different movies. I think it'll be fun to look at, but I wouldn't want to buy them. Okay, so there is a limited quantity, and that's Dozing Dopey. So if you're a Dopey fan, you want to get ready for that one in October. We have Bambi with the butterfly on their tail. We have Snow White. We have Just One Bite, the evil poison apple. We have Alice in Wonderland. In the Extraordinary Situation, we have a limited quantity of the White Rabbit. All right, we've got Tinkerbell from Peter Pan. We've got limited quantities of Maleficent in dragon form. We have Precious Pups. We have Where the People Are for Little Mermaid with Ariel. But it's not a musical thing. And then you have Ursula, which we all know I'm getting Ursula because I love Ursula. And then we've got A Beauty in Blue from Princess and the Frog. We got Moana. We've got Belle. We've got Mrs. Potts and Chip. They always have precious moments. They've got Frozen Elsa. And they have a limited quantity of Aladdin and Jasmine. Let's see what else we got. We also have Lizzie McGuire, The Proud Family. Oh, sorry. Here you guys go. And then you've got Stitch Shines Bright. We have Pooh and Eeyore hugging. We have Tiggerific Tree with Tigger and Pooh. We've got Zootopia, Disney, Kermit, Captain Smollett from Muppet Treasure Island, the 30th anniversary of that movie. If you guys like Pixar, we've got Hurrahs and She Speaks. We got Mike and Sully. We got Lightning McQueen. Wall-E. Toy Story 5's coming out. So we got, for this one, we've got Jessie and the Smarty Pants. And then from regular Toy Story, we have Wrapped Up Rex. So if you're a Toy Story fan, Got some Toy Story toys ornaments for you this year. And then we have our Peanuts selection. So this one is going to be very popular, I think. It plays videos. If you guys can see that, you can scan it. You can watch the video of what it plays, but it plays some little Peanuts videos. And then you've got Christmas. So this one here is, I don't know what number it is. It is third in the series. They have these things where they have them doing different scenes, and it says Christmas is something. Okay, so then we've got the Snoopy and Woodstock guy, Snoopy and his little Woodstock friends. We've got Lucy wrapped up as a tree and she's not happy. We got Charlie Brown with his sister. We got a patriotic Snoopy, which is limited quantity. We've got Snoopy and Woodstock, and Woodstock's giving Snoopy a gift. We have Off to the Races, rotates to Over the Waves. I think that's a tabletop or no, it's an ornament. And then we've got, looks like, oops, it looks like Charlie Brown lost his kite in a Christmas tree, and Snoopy's just like, okay. What else we got? We got Barbie. So if you're a Barbie fan, I know there's plenty of women that are Barbie fans, and maybe men too. I don't know. I know. Whoever, if you're an ornament fan and you love Barbie, there's some great Barbie ornaments. There's the Barbie Nutcracker 25th Anniversary Christmas Tree Ornament, the Fashionista Doll and Scooter Christmas Tree Ornament, the Beauty Secrets Christie Ornament, the Dia de Muertos Barbie, and then you have the Holiday Christmas Tree Ornament, which they don't show you what it looks like, but they have Black, Caucasian, and Latino versions. Okay, and then we've got SpongeBob and Goosebumps, which my son really wants that one. Adventure Time, Hey Arnold, Shrek, the Not My Buttons. So it's the Lord Farquhar and the Gingerbread Man. Or I guess it's Gingy. And then you've got Cocoa Pebbles. I think last year they had Fruity Pebbles. You have Lunchables. You have Miracle Whip. I think last year they had Ketchup and Mustard. Maybe that was the year before. I'm not sure why they're doing food-related things, but they do. Okay. And now we've got, let's see this guys. The Cornflower Fairy. That's a series. Or it's a series, non-series. We got the Cat in the Hat. We have the Fisher-Price Activity Walker. We've got the Mary Marshall, Tickle Me Elmo, which they're Rhinomite. And then you've got Transformers, My Little Pony Prime, Optimum Prime's Power, Tinseldactyl. Okay, so this one is a series, non-series. They've done a T-Rex's Christmas tree. They've done a sweater one, and then did, I think last year was a baking one. I don't remember. But they've done a sweater one and a Christmas tree one. Minions, Otto's Merry Mayhem, Tonka, Bugs Bunny and Space Jam, Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo as an angel. And then we have the Dream Horse, and then Celestial Unicorn. And now we're in the video game section, games and anime. Okay. So we've got the Lakitu, so Super Mario. We got Fire Mario, which is a series of power-ups. This is the 5th one in the series. We've got Koopa Troopa, and then we got It's Yoshi, which if you've seen the new Star Wars, sorry. If you've seen the new Mario Brothers movie, you'll be seeing a lot of Yoshi in that one. We have Otichi from Pikmin, and then we've got Blathers from Animal Crossing, and then of course one of my son's favorites, which is Link from Legend of Zelda. His name is Link, not Zelda, just in case you guys get confused. And then we have a Pokemon tree topper. This is a regular size tree. And we have a Pokemon Christmas skirt, which is really cute. And then we have, let's see. We have Captain Pikachu, Espeon and Umbreon. And then we have Pokeballs. We have mini versions of those, so we're not going to be buying the bigger ones. We don't need them. All right. And then we have Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. And then Sonic as Flash. Because they have a series out for that. They got the PlayStation, lights up and makes sounds. They've got a Halo vehicle, a mystery called Blub. And then we've got this guy, which is Allier. And then, let's see, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dragon Ball Z, Avatar, The Last Airbender. I don't know which this character is from, and I can't really read it. Jujutsu Kaisen, and then Naruto something. So there's some anime characters for you. Now we're on to fan favorites. So Star Wars is here we are. Okay, so we have Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. And then we have the Jedi Knight. You have just Star Wars, and I think it plays. Does it play anything? No, just continuing lights up. And then we got Decked Out Droid. We've got the Snow Trooper, the Big Wing Fighter, the Boba Fett vintage figure, the Razor Crest, Anzelian, Grogu, the Sith Lord Strikes. These are limited edition, limited quantity. Jane Urso, and then Maul. If I mispronounce them, I'm sorry, guys, because I'm not very good with the names. All right, now we're on to Star Trek. Okay, the Shuttercraft Galileo NCC, the USS Cerritos, the USS Enterprise. You've got Space Serpent Attack, and then Nurse Christian Chapel. And then we also have Jurassic Park, Dolores the Aquapolis, Aliens, Battlestar Galactica, Rick and Morty, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Sarah Connor, Godzilla, and then Dune. Now we have DC and Marvel. We have Supergirl, Crypto the Superdog, and these are more from the Superman movie that came out recently. That's what they look more of, characters from that. But I guess Supergirl might be having a movie coming out too, so it could be just be from the Supergirl movie. You got Batman and Robin, and then you've got a little action figure Batman. Now we're on to DC or Marvel. That was DC. You got continuous lights up Spider-Man head or Spider-Man circle head. You've got the special delivery Spider-Man. We got I Am Groot for Snow Day. We have the X-Men Blackbird. We have Deadpool. And then we just have an Avengers Doctor Doom, but it doesn't have what it looks like. So I'm not sure why they don't show it. Could be like because of the year. All right, and now we got our Harry Potter section. We've got limited quantity of Neville Longbottom. We have the defeating the Basilisk. The Monster Book of Monsters, quality Quidditch supplies, Hedwig with the letter, and then what else we got? We got the Tree Topper, which has been out for a couple of years now, and then we have Gilderoy Lockhart, Albus Dumbledore, Harry Potter. I'm assuming these make noise. Hermione and Ron, Lucius and Draco Malfoy, Hagrid, and Dobby. So pretty sure they make noise when they talk. This says. Each item performs an exciting scene. Combine them to unlock larger, amazingly interactive performances. So yeah, they're all connected together. All right. Okay. TV and movies. Shark Week has a sweater, which is cute. Schitt's Creek. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Tyler Nines, he's a Hallmark movie star. Wicked, Defying Gravity. Yellowstone, We're the Brand. Friends. Pivot. And then Gilmore Girls, you have a TV. I'm assuming it's light, original dialogue, and lenticular emotion. And then Can I Ask a Dumb Question from the Golden Girls. So Rose from that. And then we got Lord of the Rings. So you've got Gandalf the Grey, Frodo Baggins, and Samwise Gamgee. So they perform an exciting scene from the movie. And then you got Wizard of Oz, you got the Cowardly Lion, The Journey to the Land of Oz, and you got the Ruby Slippers. I like this one a lot. And then we're on to my favorite section. Well, almost my favorite section. We're almost to where I want to be. We're still in movies. Okay. So we've got Gremlins, Ghostbusters, I'm going to get that sweater this year because I love the Christmas sweater ones. It, but it's Funko, Pop It, Beetlejuice, Universal Monsters of Creature from the Black Lagoon, and then Halloween 2. And then we have a table topper of Jack as Santa Claus with Zero leading the way. We have a Nutcracker of Sally. I think last year there was a Nutcracker of Jack, I think. We have Santa Claus, which I love him. And then we have my favorite section in the dream book, Halloween tricks and treats. Okay, so they have the Citizens of Halloween Town, which is great, but I really just want the Easter Bunny. You have a Hocus Pocus Santa and Sisters Cauldron that lights up. You have an alien jack-o'-lantern, so it's continuous light. You have Double Trouble with Disney Chip and Dale. You have the Peanuts Spooked Trick-or-Treaters. You have a little mini Scarecrow Snoopy. You have a, what do they call him? Does he have a name? The Sir Gordon Fields. And he has a little livery, he's a nutcracker. You have the Nifty 50s Halloween costume. You have a light up cat, not really fond of that one. You got the Mischievous Kittens special edition, orange cat energy, and you touch to a light screen that stays lit up. You have the Happy Halloween series, which is another ghost. They had a ghost years ago, but it was in the shape of a haunted house, instead of a face. This looks like it's kind of like screaming like, ah! But I have that series. And then you've got the mysterious little mummy. So these are minis, and then the darling little double mini. And then you have, this one is not really Halloween. It's more funny. It's from a shoebox card. It says, "Good gourd, is that you, Larry?" So I'm going to get this and put this on my Thanksgiving wreath. So, and that's it. That is all of the dream book. So hopefully if you haven't got to go to a Hallmark, you don't have a Hallmark near you, you can look at this. You can also go on the Hallmark website and look at the ornaments. Anyway, thank you for joining us for today's little adventure. Please join us for our next Today's Little Adventure.